Good morning. Welcome to Chair Yoga Plus. Today we're doing the plus side of our chair yoga. We're going to use the chair for stability and do our movements standing. I encourage you to do these movements every day, whether you watch this video or just remember some of them. And while you're waiting for that teapot to warm up, do some yoga movements. So we'll start in our mountain pose. Roll your shoulders back and then lift through the front of the body. So not just lifting the shoulders or the head, but lift right from the perineum all the way up and breathe. Breathe. Now the breath travels downward. The body lifts upward. And then we'll take our arms up alongside of our ears and reach out of one side. Take a nice breath, and as you exhale, release that. Other side, reach, breathe in, exhale, and release, and bring the arms down. Now roll your shoulders forward, finding that movement in the shoulder joints here, and then roll them back and down. And once again, bring the arms up overhead. Reach out up one side as you breathe in. Release it on the exhale. Other side. Inhale here. Exhale and release the arms down. Let's roll the shoulders back. Feel the little bit of squeeze in your upper back. Standing tall. Bringing the shoulders to be right over your hips. And then bring both arms up once again. And you could keep the arms as they are, or you could bring palm to palm and fold to one side. Anchor your feet into the floor. Look up. Look towards your elbow. And then exhale and bring it back and release the arms down. So if you need to take 2 or 3 breaths in this stretch, go ahead. Just inhale as you lean and stay here for your breaths. Take your gaze towards your elbow. And then exhale and releasing the pose on the exhale. Very nice. And then we'll roll the shoulders again, back and down. We're going to work with a little stability. So we're going to have one hand on the chair to begin with and step out, shifting your weight into that foot, and then bring that same foot back and in. Now, if you can hover the hand over the chair, or if you can put your hands on your hips, I invite you to do that. Some people like to have their hands at their side or out to the side. Just finding this little weight shift is working all the joints in your legs and also in your core. The core engagement helps you steady. And then pause. And now we're going to step out and we're going to bring that foot back in, but no weight in it. Just tap the toe. Out and bring it back and tap the toe. It's challenging us to stand in the other leg with balance. And again, hand on the chair as you practice this, until you start to find that stability. Adding on to that, we step out, we bring it in, we lift the knee down and out. So in, engage your core, lift the knee, down with control. And again, chair is there for us if you need it. So it's out, in, lift, and down. Let's do 2 more to give you that practice. And you can see how you can be in the kitchen, the counter of the kitchen right there, and you could practice this. And down, and just pause and see how your body feels. Breathe in. And then you could take as many breaths as you need here to prepare for the other side. So I'm going to turn towards the chair now. Actually, I'm going to put the chair on the other side so you could see that as I step out, I shift my weight. I actually push my hips over a little bit and then I come back in. Let's just try that with the whole foot on the floor. And when you feel nice and secure, you can put your hands on your hips and practice. So you could practice just this little bit. You could remember this little bit as you wait for that teapot to boil. Now we'll tap the toe in and start to stand in the other leg, right? Challenging ourselves requires us to engage the core, not just the belly, but the pelvic muscles and your glutes and your lower back, all working together. Now let's tap it in and lift the knee. Notice I put my hand on the chair. So as I practice, I'm practicing safely. And once you find you have that stability, you can hover the hand. One more. Try 2 with the hand hovered or hands on the hips, as I am doing. And then pause and see how it feels. Take some nice, beautiful breaths. We're going to separate the feet a little bit. I'll turn towards the chair, but make sure you're in an angle so you're not going to hit the chair. Soften your knees, and we'll take a little swim. So we bring one arm up and over, and the other arm. Now we're working the upper body here. Shoulders, arms, and even a little into the neck as we turn our head as we swim, right? We want to grab that gulp of air as we swim here. And notice how I'm using my thighs for stability. You could be using the chair here, right? And then bring the hand down to the chair. Still doing the movement with the chair. Couple more here, chair or no chair. And then we'll round up, working the spine. Roll the shoulders down your back. So there's another activity that you could do every day to keep your back healthy. Placing your hands on your thighs or your chair, cat-cow. So we round and we tuck the chin. We look at our toes or our knees. And then start at the bottom, pulling up, pull the belly in, roll the shoulders back. And as you do, stand tall. Roll the shoulders down your back and turn your palms out. Palms back to your thighs or your chair, and you roll back down. So here it is using the chair. We're down into this cat position, and we start from the core. Abs, squeeze the glutes a little bit, and then roll the shoulders down your back and turn the palms out. Let's do it one more time. Chair or no chair, cat. And then rolling up slowly. Now, if you find that you're dizzy doing that, just kind of rock your shoulders back and forth, okay? Just stay safe, yeah. So now I'm going to face the chair. I'm going to take one leg back into a lunge position here. And then the front knee bends. So I want to be close enough that if I need the chair is there for me. Otherwise, we hover the hands. Our lunge pose here, taking whatever knee's in front, taking that hand and turning it towards the knee. So you're turning your ribs, you're reaching the hand behind you. How far you go is really up to you. Where can you take, and you can have that chair there for the other hand. What helps here with stability is to push the hands away from each other, having them go left and right, away from the body, tightening in through the core. And here I feel it more in the upper ribs. And then we slowly turn back towards the chair, place the hands on the chair. Let's step back into our down dog. Now we could have a shallow down dog here, or we could deepen it by dropping our shoulders down between our elbows. Take a breath here, push the hips back and up. And then bend the knees and look at your chair. Step forward with the other leg now. And you can have the back heel lifted or down. And we're nice and anchored and feeling safe. We can start to move the arm, whatever knee's in front, That arm sweeps to the side. Go slow enough that you can feel the stability in your feet. Reach the arms in opposite directions. And take a couple breaths here. And then we can come back as slowly as we went into it. Hands to the chair, step it back. And then come into that down dog and maybe rock through your hips. Let's do it again. Step 1 foot forward, bend through the knee, lift your heart, tighten through your core, everything towards middle. And then we move the hand back behind us, slowly finding our place where we're going to stop and hold. Push the hands away from each other. And then release it on an exhale. Come on back. Step it back, down dog. And maybe walk your dog here. Other foot comes forward. We lift the heart. Find our center with our shoulders over our hips. And we open towards that knee. Pushing the arms in opposite directions. Notice your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. We take it back on an exhale. Step back into your down dog and walk your dog. Now I'm going to step 1 foot forward, and instead of turning towards that knee, I'm going to turn away from it. Warrior 2. And look out over your front hand, and still the core is coming into the center, tightening through the perineum. It doesn't have to be extremely tight or uncomfortable, but noticeable, right? That you're using your core muscles here. Let's bring the back hand to the thigh and straighten the front leg. Now, if you feel comfortable enough, turn the front palm and raise it to the sky. Our reverse warrior here. Exhale, bring the hand back. As you bring the hand back, notice my knee bent. Warrior 2. Let's do that a couple of times. Lower the hand onto the thigh. Straighten the front leg. And then start to lift this hand to wherever it's comfortable for you. Happy warrior. I call it happy warrior. Greeting the day. And then we bend into it and float the arms up. Take this back arm and sweep it towards the floor. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. One more time on this side. So we bring the arms parallel. Draw the shoulders back. Tighten the core. Open. Look out over the front hand. Lower the back hand. Turn the palm. And then straighten the front legs, see how that feels, and lift the hand if it's comfortable for you to do so. And then we bring it all back. Sweep the arm that's in the back down towards the floor and forward, and back to Warrior 1. Moving your hips straight towards your chair. Place the hands on the chair and step it back and walk your dog. Now you can do the other side right where you are. I'm going to switch it around just for the camera here. All right. And so from here we bend the knees, step the other foot forward, lift the heart, bringing the shoulders once again over the hips and a little bend in that front knee. Now you can step back as far as you are comfortable and feel nice and steady. Warrior 1. Nice big breath here, and as you exhale, tighten in your core, bring the hands parallel, and we're going to turn away from the knee now towards that back leg. Warrior 2. Look out over your front hand. Lift the ribs away from the hips for stability. And then we'll come into that reverse warrior, lowering the back hand, turning the front palm, and reach back, straightening that front leg. Okay, I did that all at once. Perhaps you do it in steps. I'll do that next. Come back. Back hand comes forward. And we rise up into Warrior 1. Here it is the correct way here. We come into our Warrior 2. Pause here for a breath or two. Tighten through the core and lower the back hand. Now, straighten the front leg first. See how that feels. Turn the front palm and lift it as high or as comfortably as you want into our reverse warrior. Exhale, we bring the hand down, we bend the knee again. Reach the back hand back behind us. And even here, reaching the hands in opposite directions. Take the back hand, float it towards the floor and towards the front. And if you want, come back into your warrior one. 2 more times. Exhale here. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, tighten the core. Open. Take a breath as you stretch the arms and the body expands in all directions. Lower the back hand on an exhale. Turn the front palm. Straighten the front leg. Inhale here. And if you want, raise that hand up to the sky. Exhale, bend into the front knee, bringing the arms into a T position. Exhale as you move forward and rise up into warrior one. Hands parallel to the floor, shoulders dropping down. Don't scrunch them up by your ears. So it's like we're trying to suck everything to the core of the body, nice and tight. Inhale, open into your warrior two. Look out over the front hand. Keep that front knee pointing towards the toes. And then we'll lower the back hand, straighten the front leg a little bit, and reach up if that's within your range today. And then bring it back to warrior two. Exhale, the hand on the back comes forward, and we rise up, warrior one. One more time for good measure. Hands parallel. And we open on an inhale, expand the body here. Look out over your front fingers. On an exhale, lower the back hand, straighten the front leg. And then on your next inhale, raise that hand up to the sky. Exhale, bend into the front knee, bring that hand back down, parallel to the floor. Back hand rises to go in the opposite direction. And then we lower it towards the floor, bring it forward, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the chair. We carefully step back into our down dog. Really shake it out here, take a few moments. We're gonna do a little with our shoulders here called thread the needle. I like to include this, and this is another thing you could do at a counter that's not near the teapot, right? Another counter in your kitchen. You soften your knees, and then you just turn in the ribs here, raising one arm up, cross it over the body, reach to the other side. Even here, use your core to steady the body. Keeping the opposite hand on the chair allows for this going under the bridge kind of motion here. Now moving into the upper ribs and shoulders. One more time here, inhale. And as it comes across, we exhale. And then release it. Take a couple inhales, maybe walk your dog before you go to the other side. Other side, inhale it up. Exhale, cross and twist. So this practice, short as it is pretty easy to remember. And if you practice it 2-3 times a week, you'll find more mobility in your joints. So keep that in mind. You want to nurture the body with your yoga practice. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, keep the knees soft here. Go under the bridge and then release it. Step towards your chair and come to your mountain pose. And we'll turn the palms forward, shoulders down our backs. Tucking the chin a little. And we'll need to do a little for our neck, right? So we're going to place a hand on the chair. And we're just going to turn to look over one shoulder. Come back to center and turn and look over the other shoulder. Keeping the chin relatively parallel to the floor. moving slowly. And now we'll take it to the first side and we'll look down at that hand. Roll the chin to the center of your chest and roll it back and lift it up and come center. Other side, so we look over the shoulder, look down at the hand, roll the chin to the center, roll it back to the shoulder, lift and center. Let's do that one more time. Turn, look down, look up, center, over to the other side, look down, lift up, and center. Don't hold your breath, just keep keep breathing through all of that. Both hands at your side. Now the palms facing your thighs and you roll the shoulders. So I hope you enjoyed this short video on moving through all the joints in the body in a standing position. And don't be afraid to try it. We have the chair available or the counter in your kitchen to offer stability. Bring your hands in front of your heart and just bow a little towards your body here today, thanking your body for its wonderful work. Have a great day. Namaste.